we're recording now, so I'm curious how Muda's gonna do this video, because if you remember, he did an apology, no, not an apology video, like accountability video, to where he was like, "I'm sorry that I took the established titles sponsor." And okay, I don't know if you guys saw my video in particular on it, but me personally, I don't view it as a scam. I view it as like a novelty gift, you know? And Mudahar, he's going to deep dive into this. He usually does his research pretty well, so I'm curious to see how he's going to do this. So, yeah.
Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and today we're going to be looking closer into some...
If the audio is too loud on either of our end, if like the video audio is too loud, just let me know. I'll try and fix it. If I'm too loud, just let me know and I'll fix that. But yeah, let's get
something
into
known as
this.
established titles. Now, of course, in the last few days, you probably have seen what's been going on. I know that I couldn't avoid it in the inbox. Now, of course, YouTuber Scott Schaefer uploaded a video that absolutely blew up a few days ago regarding established titles.
Yeah.
And of course, it got around...
Well, it blew up because he put your face in the thumbnail and then you reacted to it. So that caused a bunch of people to go to his video. It was like it was a domino effect thing.
2.3 million views as of now recording, okay? Now, of course, when you look at this video, the first image is of me, all right? And of course, it's not just me, all right, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to jump into this and sort of talk about this a little bit closer. Established Titles is a company that's been sponsoring pretty much every YouTuber available.
Yeah, any big creators, by the way. I full transparency, I would still take that sponsorship, established titles, just, hit up my manager, I got one of those. I totally have one of those guys. I have a YouTube manager and everything. He's done such a great job for me.
Apparently, if you have a pulse, you get sponsored. And according to Scott's video, before I actually checked this, it used to be a list, and he's since made a video that actually catalogs every creator who's been uploading content and who's...
And guess what? They get a gold star when they cut ties with established titles. Now, I knew about the list, but initially I was like, oh, it's not malicious. It totally is, because guess what? Anyone who's watching that video, oh God, I'm gonna make. Wait. Let me back that up a bit. I was about to make like a harassment type of thing, but you get what I'm saying. Like, he's hoping to apply pressure to these creators that are listed, and then when they're good boys and girls, he'll be giving them a gold star to showcase that they did the right thing. They corrected the wrong. When there's not. There's literally nothing. Honest to God, there's nothing here.
Has taken part in any of these sponsorships. So he's basically created a mega cut of everyone's integration. So of course you can see Ben Shapiro over here. You can see Impulsive, the Jake Paul, Logan Paul, if you will.
Yeah.
You've got all the way down to random creators that I wouldn't have expected to even be part of this entire situation. It really seems like everyone was really...
He was calling out a bunch of people.
Sponsor spree. You've got Dr. Todd Grandy. Okay, you've got all the way up to friends of the channel, Penguin Zero.
Holy crap. Yeah, now that he's made a whole dedicated video, it's even more targeted now. He's like, hey, here's all these creators, they haven't cut ties yet, you should tell them to cut ties. That's kind of like the vibe I get from that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me because I'm more cynical, but that's totally, I think that's what his intentions are right there is, here are these creators, you need to call them out, audience. That's what he's hoping for.
Zero, okay, on the official podcast specifically. Of course, you've also got old Professor Stick, if you will, too. A lot of people were involved into this, okay? Now, the reason I'm making this video is it's something I should have done a long time ago. Now that every bridge has really been burned too, I should have done this all the way from the start. If it's anything that I've learned in this entire situation, is no matter what, ultimately the blame falls upon me, okay? Now, I know that a lot...
But there's no blame. Like, I know Muda's probably gonna side with it being a scam. And I would say 9 times out of 10, I usually in agreement with Muda when it comes to like scam stuff. But with this, you get you paid the, what was it, $20? You paid $20. You get your lord or lady certificate, right? A portion of your money goes to planting trees. That's what happens at the end of the day with this. Did anyone actually think they were a legitimate lord or lady? Like, by him saying, well, you can't, in the court of Scotland, you're not legally like, you can't legally identify as a lord or a lady. It's like, well, no, duh. It's a joke thing.
A lot of people have said that management companies are involved, and in our case, that was pretty much the situation. We were brought this deal forward. We were basically reassured by the company and
Yeah, exactly. Like, again, like, especially, like, I know I was joking about being a man. I know I was joking about that, right? But YouTubers who, like, have the verified mark, the 100,000, to anywhere above that, usually sometimes they have a YouTube manager or representative that helps them get deals. So, like, a lot of times it's not even really the creators themselves who pick out the sponsor. Sometimes, like, they get lucky and the sponsor reaches out to them, or it's their manager, like, trying to get the sponsor to, like, hey, come on, this guy has, like, a decent sized audience. You get your product out there,
management and everyone involved that everything here was just a novelty gag gift, and pretty much we decided to do the go ahead with it. Now, obviously, because of the
it still is a novelty gag gift.
Because of the recent backlash, looking into this even further is something I should have done from the beginning. Now I'm doing it, and I'm doing it just to basically bring up everything out there, because throughout all of what's happened in the last few days, this has blown up to be sort of an issue, if you will, right? You've got people saying that this is misinformation, this whole thing is a little bit shady, and you've got the other side saying this is just a gag gift to begin with. Nobody should have taken this super duper seriously to begin with. Now, I want to jump in and just do my due diligence like I should have done in the beginning.
Okay.
So, of course, the framework for this video is going to be this letter right here. Now, this is something that Established Titles has sent out to management and a few creators that they were...
If I remember correctly, they sent a copy to Petty Page, and she shared it with people on her Twitter. So we got to see some of it on the public end.
Partnered with. You might have seen this email already. So we're going to be looking through this, reading it, and sort of gauging all of this for ourselves. And hopefully throughout all of this, we'll learn about novelty land buying, the laws around it, so on and so forth. So, you know what? Let's sit down, relax, and go through a deep dive, if you will.
All right.
Now, this letter, dated 24th November 2022, we have recently come under a targeted, completely unfounded attack based on bogus claims from someone making a career out of personal attacks in an attempt to gain viewership. We deeply appreciate those creators who have come out in support for us, and people who have voiced their refusal to participate in this cruel and vicious attempt to cancel and slander us. Now, I'm going to say from a professional response, maybe just eschew the whole first paragraph.
Yeah, that doesn't... It doesn't really... It sounds like... and this isn't like the people who are in charge of Established Titles are in charge of other companies that sponsor creators. It does sound like it's like a first gut reaction type of thing. You can address the controversy, but I think what you have to do with it is you can't paint the person as malicious as you want them to be. I'm probably not making much sense there.
I think, honestly, people investigating, it's going to happen all the time. Now, this type of novelty land selling, like selling a square foot of land, has been happening for a long time with various other, companies.
Main the stars, yeah.
Now, people have bought stars in the sky, so to speak, too. But we'll get to all that in a second. We are also deeply shocked that he would encourage an attack on other creators based on warping information that has already been openly shared and available from the very beginning. We ask that creators stand by what they believe and assess the claims for themselves. Now, for full context sake, I actually did message Scott Schaefer after we investigated this, watched his video, and I told him basically my side of the story, and Scott was a totally nice guy to me, all right?
Yeah, but it's also, too, it's like, why do you need that list? Why do you need to point out so-and-so took this sponsorship? I mean, Like, cause like he even says it in the video that a lot of the creators aren't, well, as he claims, like knowingly supporting a scam, right? So like, why do you have, like, I understand like naming a few creators as example. They've sponsored people like Leon Lush, guys like Ben Shapiro, the whole shebang, like you're getting your bases covered of like the range of YouTubers that they sponsor. But like to have a dedicated list, a dedicated video to point out who had the sponsor, who hasn't cut ties with them yet, who's still defending them, that's, I would say that's targeted. Like, and people throw around targeted a lot, but honestly, I don't know how else to put that. He's directly naming creators. Like, hey, they're still sponsored by them. You should go convince them, That's how I feel.
He was a nice guy in the DMs, and, it really didn't seem like the whole video even had bad blood towards me or anybody. So I'm not going to hold it against Scott. It doesn't really matter. It is what it is. These kind of things tend to happen. Obviously, I expect to see my face in this scenario in some capacity. No matter who posts it, I get it. It's part of the YouTube game. It works in the algorithm. I understand it. I've done it in the past. I'm not going to shit on anybody for doing that as well, too. Established titles is a fun gift meant for the good laugh, and we've been absolutely transparent about this from day one. To compare us to going into someone's house and stealing is deeply offensive, and not only undermines our own work, but the good work of the charities and the creators who we have worked with. In the past 2 years, we have done more tangible work in the preservation of the woodlands in Scotland than anyone else to our knowledge. This includes donating to plants over 2 million trees and acquiring over hundreds of acres of land and contractually committing it to preserve in its natural state. This year, we are slated to be Trees for the Future's Giving Tuesday partner, matching all donations up to $50,000. It is a shame that this attempt to cancel us will make these efforts in the future that much harder. So again, I wanted to look at what they were talking about by being very open about it since the beginning. So let's actually look through their website. Now obviously on Established Titles' website over here, they've got title packs. Purchase a personal lordship or ladyship title pack with a dedicated land in Scotland. Of course, they've got a big ass asterisk right here. The asterisk says, this is a purchase for a personal dedication for a souvenir plot of land. You may choose to title yourself with the title of Lord, Laird, or Lady. Our title packs are based on the historic Scottish land ownership custom, where landowners have been long referred to as lairds, the Scottish term for lord, with the female equivalent being lady, okay? Every ladyship or lordship title pack contributes to the preservation and protection of woodland areas, as is the intention for the land to be kept in its natural state. We ask that all interested parties do bear this in mind. So obviously, the point of it was for them to preserve the actual woodland areas of Scotland.
Not just in Scotland, from the documents that I saw that Dave showed on his stream, it's also just simply worldwide as well. That includes Scotland. They make sure to add that asterisk because I believe it was it Bo Blacks or was it like Drew? I believe it was Drew. Drew is showed like the script that they want YouTubers to use. And yeah, I mean, they were fully transparent with everything. I believe anyway. I'm not gonna do a whole react and Andy to this. More than likely, I think Mudahar's conclusion is gonna be probably somewhere down the middle. That's my guess anyway. But again, even if I disagree with Muda, he does pretty good research on his stuff. So yeah, I would highly suggest you go check out this video. I'm gonna end the video here, because if I went over the entire video, it would probably, it'd probably be like 40 minutes to like an hour, maybe. And obviously, I'm not gonna be able to add everything. I'm not gonna be able to add. I can't speak right now. I won't be able to like add to every little detail he's showing here, right? Because at the end of the day, he's just reading a document. So there. What? Like, you can see it's been a while since I've streamed. But yeah, this is Nerdy John signing out. Take care, guys. I'll see you in the next one.